Handed over charge, the economic situation had collapsed. The growth rate and the inflation rate were inflation rate was very high, growth rate was very low. That has been turned around dramatically in the last 5 years. There are many challenges that Indian economy faces because of accumulated problems. Look at GST. Now, GST was very tough. It didn't happen on autopilot. And despite its initial difficulties, many of its problems are gradually getting sorted out. Over the next couple of decades, it will be seen for what it is, which is the single biggest economic reform that India has seen in 70 years. So, it's normal for opposition, particularly Congress, to say these kind of things. It's not true. They've even ridiculed the steps taken against cross-border terrorism. And why should you expect them to be reasonable about anything?
So, big question this elections, Mr. Panda, is Modi versus who? Now, we have in the run-up seen the talk of a grand alliance nationwide, but we've seen that disintegrate a little bit. You saw what happened in UP. Now, Congress and BSP, SP, RLD combined are actually fighting with each other. First of all, what do you make of Mayawati's statement openly calling out for Muslim votes in Uttar Pradesh, saying that you should not vote for anybody else but for the so-called Mahagathbandhan?
I think when you pander to particular groups, whether they be religious or caste or other groups, that is not good for the country in the long run. You can address their concerns and you can suggest solutions, but to try to demonize the largest party which has won the biggest election last time around in a historic election in 3 decades, to try and demonize them is not good politics. It's not good for the country. I'm proud of what the BJP does in trying to, the statement Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas says it all, because to reach out to every section, to acknowledge that there are problems in many sections and to try to find solutions for them without denigrating other sections of society should be the right approach.
So Modi versus who this time?
That's a great question, isn't it? I think the question that should be asked again and again is, if you are talking about alternatives, tell us who's the alternative and then we'll evaluate him or her. Now, if you're not going to tell us, it's going to be some nebulous, vague alliance or something. This alliance doesn't seem to be happening. But whatever happens, tell us. I think we should be able to evaluate as to who is the alternative.
Finally, as we let Jay Panda go, you were talking to me earlier. We've been